So you guys win the national championship game. Talk to me about the locker room. What did Coach say? You know, I know he gets in his, everybody gets together and then he says his stuff on the whiteboard. What was said from Coach Boeheim after that?
Bro, this the quietest that I ever seen Coach Boeheim after that game. Like, he was just looking at the stat sheet, walking back and forth. You know, Coach Bay, he never quiet. Like, I think he was just – that moment was obviously championship, but he had missed it one time at 1987. He should have won it that year. Keith Smart hit a shot in the corner, been to the Final Four. I never seen him like that, quiet, just walking back and forth. He was in a whole nother world, bro. I've never seen him like that, and I was very happy for him to see him in that moment. He definitely deserved it. Legendary coach. You know, he's the reason that Syracuse is what it is, still there. He's the reason that we got the fan base that we have, and Coach sat down at the Cuse, played at the Cuse, put his work in, locked in, focused, stayed loyal, and he got his flowers for it. Now, it ain't easy to win a championship. Like, even those teams you was on, when I left, I was like, we got a chance. Like, y'all got a chance too. But for whatever reason, it's not easy to win that chip. Like, I saw something that you said the other day, and I be saying it too when I be seeing how people are always talking trash, like lately, if we not as good as we normally is. You was like, we spoiled, bro. Y'all fans are spoiled. Y'all are spoiled. And that's just how good Coach Boeheim has been over the years. Like, those fans, we are spoiled now. Obviously, you're going to expect greatness from a program like us, Syracuse, but we are spoiled. But it was good to see him, get what he deserved to get after all the work that he's done. And he was speechless. He's just walking back and forth, nothing to say. And Coach Boeheim is never the one to not have words. So it was really dope to see him. Dope to see him. And I was happy to be able to have contributed to that. Absolutely, bro.
Yeah, right. Especially after the game, he gonna have something to say. You know what I mean?
He had nothing to say. He had nothing. He was just pacing back and forth, looking at the stat sheet, bro.
So let's talk. We talked about Melo a little bit. I wanted to talk a little bit more about Melo because I know in practice you were the guy really guarding him, and he was.
I took the challenge every day.
You're right. So I know you had your battles. Talk to me a little bit more of that. What was it like just going back and forth with him that 1 year? Every day in practice.
The cool thing about Melo, everybody know like how good he is when it comes to basketball and on the court, but what people don't know, and I got the opportunity to experience it those 6-7 months or whatever it was. He's just as dope off the court, bro. Like Melo is a better person off the court than he is on the court. And that sounds crazy to say how talented he was. But again, Melo used to come into practice every day, like locked in, doing his workout before practice with Coach Weave and Coach Hop. Shout out to Coach Hop and Coach Weave too, but shout out to Coach Hop. And I know Coach Hop is your guy too. I know Coach Hop is your guy too.
Coach Hop brought that energy for you.
Man, absolutely. But just watching him work, he had a professional work ethic already, and then he was already talented, and I definitely took the challenge every day to play against him, and he was cooking me every day, bro. He cooked me every day. I did my thing too. But I'm not gonna act like, bro, that's Carmelo Anthony, bro. He cooked me every day. He cooked everybody every day.
But was there a moment where like you went at him and maybe got 2-3 buckets and let him know like, hey, look, I ain't just going, you know what I mean?
I beat Melo. He don't even remember this, and I'm probably going to get in trouble for saying this, but I beat Melo one-on-one one time before. And I was slick with it after practice one time. Like, I don't know if it was the 5 or 3. But he beat me every time. He beat Hakeem every time. I don't think G-Mac ever tried to play him one-on-one, but we used to try to play him one-on-one. I caught him one time. I got my 3. I beat him. Let's play again. E. I walked off the court. I said, nope, I'm done. So I got my dub off of it. Because he was busting our ass every day in practice. Like, he was on another level, dog, but he made us better. It was beautiful to see that type of talent every day, knowing that you're not going to see this again because everybody knew that he wasn't going to come back. Even though at the end of that season when we won the chip, he made it seem like he could possibly come back. I had a conversation with him at the end of the year. I was walking in the Manley Fieldhouse, and he called me. This after he got drafted and everything. He called me, and he asked me how everything was going at the Cuse and how we was doing. I was like, we good, bro. Like, everything's going good. He was like, JP, I wish I could still be there. And that was dope to hear him say that. Like, Melo really loved the Cuse, bro. Like, He really loved the Cuse, and he wanted to be there. And I think he did want to do another year with us, but obviously he couldn't. Like, he top man. He got to do what he got to do. But just to like hear him say like, bro, I wish I could be there. You know, I miss it and all of that. It's just a testament to the job Coach Boeheim and that staff did, Coach Hop, Coach Weave, the job that they did, and just the type of program we got. And I think, like you said, people get spoiled with all the wins. They don't see like the background and everything you got to do. They don't see the bad times or the hard times that you go through too. You know, in the background that you got to go through being a student athlete and having to figure out your class schedule and take care of the school work and do practice. Right. They don't understand that part, and I think Melo liked that part, and he was a real part of our culture. And even I saw you post something about DC being the GOAT, and I know I want to talk about this because
okay, talk about it.
DC is Derrick Coleman, Dave Bing is definitely the GOAT. I got the opportunity to see Melo firsthand. He don't got the years, but just what he done and committed to Syracuse and winning the chip and, you know, the Melo Center. And now if Melo would have been there 2, 3, 4 years, if Melo would have been there with you and G-Mac, just imagine that, bro. And D-Nick and Terrence, just think about that, bro. You know what I mean? So
first of all, he'd have been a senior, so it would have been no way with me. But if he'd even stayed another year, that would have been like, you know. Yeah, he did what he had to do. That's a point blank period.
So he's definitely a Syracuse. He's definitely in the top 1, 2, 3 for me. Absolutely, bro. But it was definitely dope.
You're not gonna get an argument from me, bro.
Okay, cool.
You know what I mean? So let's talk about your Cuse career as a whole. I mean, for me, you know, one of the ultimate glue guys, did everything, ultimate teammate. One of the greatest teammates. I've seen it. You know, I played against you overseas, but I've seen it. Like, you what a coach wants to have, because you do everything. You don't complain. Low maintenance guy. But I think you really sacrificed a lot at Cuse. You know what I'm saying? Because you can score. Because like I said, I played against you in New Zealand. I seen you go. You leading the league over there and scoring. You know what I'm saying? But your role at Cuse, because you played with guys like Melo, like G-Mac, you know, you saw P. Shump, guys like that. But you sacrificed, bro. You know what I'm saying? But were you satisfied with that role? Obviously, we won a championship in 2003, but you could score that thing. You could have did more.
Yeah, I could have. I was getting recruited by all the SEC, ACC schools. All of them, everybody. I'm from Georgia, and just kind of go back to what we kind of talked about before. I didn't want to stay in Georgia. I didn't want to go to an SEC, ACC school. All my boys that I played travel ball with, they all went to Kentucky. They went to the Kentuckys and Memphis and Georgia, Georgia Tech, NC State, Texas. I was being recruited by all those schools. And I just wanted to do something different, man. And like I told you, I played for that Orangeman team when I was in 9 and 10-year-olds in my recreation in the city that I'm from. I used to see the Big East on TV down there in Georgia and see Jay Hart and see Ryan Blackwell, shout out to Black. See Allen Griffin, shout out to Griff.
Shout out Black and Griff.
Man, shout out to all Eton. I used to see them on TV, bro, in Georgia. And, like, I just wanted to do something different. I wanted to kind of get out there on my own. And Syracuse was always a big deal for me. You know, it was always a big deal. And to get that opportunity to play in the Big East and to be recruited by Coach Boeheim and to get that type of attention from that school, they hadn't won a chip yet, but they were Syracuse, playing against the Georgetowns and the UConns and Pittsburgh. And, you know, you played in the Big East, so you know what I'm talking about. Like, that is a authentic, epic, legendary conference, you know, and I'm a basketball connoisseur. Like, my basketball IQ was really good, I think, and it is really good, which is one of the reasons why I'm coaching. I wanted to be a part of something special. I wasn't expecting to win a chip. I didn't know that was going to play out like that. But just to, like, be a part of this Syracuse, and just look at how, like, our fans support us and Syracuse, you know, the culture, like, it's a beautiful thing, bro.
And man, I don't know where else they do it at like that, JP.
Man, I mean, you got to say maybe Duke, Michigan State.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
And even then, it's like we better than them when it comes to that. So, like,
for real,
that type of love, bro, like, I don't regret what I did. I know it was the right decision. Now, with that being said, me and Hakeem, freshman year, we had conversations like, hey, bro, what we doing? Like, we ain't playing. Like, let's get up out of here, bro. Like, Like my game is different than yours. Like the type of game you got, you're gonna get your minutes. You're gonna rock out as soon as you touch down on campus. I had to put that's how talented you are. You know what I mean? And G Mac, I feel like he's in the same category as you. Your talent is on different, is on a whole nother level. It is what it is. I ain't even afraid to say that. You know what I mean? I have no problem saying that. I had to kind of wait my turn when it came to like me getting what I was supposed to get. Hakeem for 1 year had to wait his turn. Bro, we had a lot of conversations about getting up out of there and transferring. I had that sophomore year we won the chip. I had SEC, I'm not gonna say no names. I had never even said this before, but I had SEC, ACC schools calling my mom being like, hey, he too good to be sitting on that bench. Like, he too good. And then my boy Hakeem, like, he getting the same type of love too. So, you know, sophomore year, even after we won the chip, bro, I'm in Coach Hop's office. Me, Melo, Hakeem for sure. I think G-Mac might have been in there too, but we in Coach Hop's office. We just kind of having our little exit conversation. And I'm like, Coach, I'm out. Like, we wanted to, me being a little selfish, it is what it is. But like the next 2 years later, I realized that was definitely the wrong decision. But I'm like, I don't know, Coach Hop. Like, I ain't playing as much as I want to play. I know I'm contributing and I'm doing my thing. We just want to chip, E. You know how it is when you're a competitor in hooper, though.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
You trying to be out there on that floor. Like, I'm trying to be out there. You know what I mean? And before I move forward, Coach let me rock out all those games. Manhattan, Oklahoma State, Auburn. The Final Four game against Oklahoma, I didn't play as many minutes as I wanted to play. We won handily too, but for whatever reason, Coach Boeheim didn't play me. Bro, I was sick, like to the point where I'm on the bus after the game. Nobody saw it, but I was on the bus crying because I feel like I didn't contribute to that Oklahoma game. You know what I mean? I got a couple minutes in. We blew them out, but everybody did their thing. But the way the tournament was going, I was rocking out in every game. I was sick, bro. I was sick. And my mom was like, you ain't got no reason to be crying. Like, you good. You've been contributing. Just stay locked in. Texas game, I did my thing. Kansas, I did my thing. I almost transferred, bro. And Coach Hop was like, hey, you do not need to transfer. And Melo was like, hey, bro, you do not need to transfer. This is after the chip. You need to stay here. And just having Coach Hop and having Melo specifically, I think G-Mac was there too. I'm not sure, so I don't even want to put him in it if he wasn't. But definitely Hakeem, Melo, Coach Hop. It was like, nah, you need to stay, bro. You need to stay. Like, you got the opportunity to be a leader. You know, they was telling me all that, like being a leader and stuff. And then, funny story, junior and senior year, regardless of what Hakeem and G-Mac was doing, they was the leaders of the team too, but I was definitely a leader of those next 2 years and a captain. Yeah. And when it came to getting the D. Nicks and Demetrius Nichols and the Terrence Roberts, Daryl Watkins, everybody else that came after that, I was the leader of the team, regardless of what G-Mac was the leader too, Hakeem was the leader too, don't get me wrong, but I was definitely a captain and a leader. And even my senior year, I won the Big East Sportsmanship Award, which is a big deal to me because that means that people respect what you do. I'm not even the best player on the team. G-Mac, Hakeem, but I won that award. So